Robin!
This is Frankie McDowell, my own TV station live in the Neville Park. Attention, citizens of California. Attention, citizens of Oregon. Attention, citizens of Washington. And attention, citizens of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Earthquake warning has been issued for California. It's going to be 9.0 or greater magnitude. People in California, you have to be prepared for a major earthquake. It's going to occur in September 2010. The earthquake will be so powerful in California and may destroy lots of houses. It may destroy telephone poles, may destroy all kinds of transformers, and may knock all kinds of telephone poles over in California. People in California, be prepared. Have your medical kits ready. Have your everything ready. And have all the flashlights ready and canned foods and everything. The earthquake will be so powerful in California. It may destroy everything. It's going to be 9.0 greater magnitude. Golden Gate Bridge may collapse. It may affect Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Colorado. It may affect Montana, Idaho, and everything. People in California, be prepared for September 2010 major earthquake. Have a nice day. People in California, be prepared for a major earthquake. Good luck.
There you go, man.
May. I like when he just says coughing. Gets right back into it. That guy's a tool.
I love that guy.
He rolls.
He does roll. So where are we at? We got an 8.9 earthquake.
Yeah, we got our little earthquake there.
Hits Japan off the coast. 80 miles out, I believe.
Yeah.
And about 200 miles from Tokyo, I think.
Yeah, I think everything's like 200 miles from Tokyo over there. I have no idea.
Tokyo's kind of being protected because Japan kind of jets out.
Kind of hooks.
There's a hook.
Pulls
there.
a little hook.
And it's on the other side of the corner, kind of.
Yeah, it's around the corner.
It's around the corner from Tokyo. But man, it's a situation.
It is definitely a situation.
The water is on fire.
Water is on fire as it pushes towns and every mode of transportation back into the ocean.
Yes, and then you got the whirlpool that we just saw.
God is reclaiming things.
So,
what do you do? Do you get religion? What do you do?
Put a little religion in your life?
Do you get religion now when all this stuff starts happening, or is it just another little hiccup that the Earth does every so often? I watched a great show last night. That whole thing of the history of the planet Earth in like 2 hours, from the time it was just nothingness till now. Fucking cool shit.
Yeah.
They're just showing everything bubbling, and when Earth was just uninhabitable by anything, just lava and fucking shit, and then everything just kind of worked.
Everything just kind of calmed down.
Yeah, and then like it cooled, and then like some kind of the sun, the big yellow one, is like hitting the Earth, and the oxygen in the atmosphere at the time started to make ozone. Get back. Started to make ozone, and then after millions of years, it built the atmosphere, and then plants were able to grow because the ozone kept the radiation from the sun out, and they're showing the course of like millions of years. Then a ticker would go off, and it's like it would start counting, like, and then 40 million years later, we have this, and you think. 40 million years. Ugh. We haven't been here for shit.
Our lives are not even a blink of an eye.
Nothing.
Not even close to a blink of an eye.
What is considered modern man? Not some kind of primate,
Well, considering the Earth's only 2,000 years old.
Yeah. You watch shit like that, and you want to tell these religious people, you could just shut up. You sound stupid. Just don't say it. Say, you know what? God works in mysterious ways. Just say, I don't know. It's very mysterious.
There's a lot of mystery out there.
A lot of mystery, so I'm not sure. But
I believe we're spacemen.
Spacemen? Yeah. A specimen?
All you have to do is look at some of these videos online where you see how enormous the universe is, and then you start thinking that we were put on Earth.
You think like we were dropped off by some aliens?
And maybe that's what the God thing is.
Yeah,
the people that put us here. Well, it doesn't make sense that I keep saying this. There's man, and then there's a drastic drop off
to the next thing.
Yeah. Why doesn't anyone acknowledge that doesn't make sense? Because then after the drop off between man and everything else, then the drop off between each individual species is within range of each other.
Yeah, kind of there. But we're
like the old gag. You don't see like a giraffe waiting at the bus stop with you.
Or getting it. We're never getting into arguments with other animals about where we want to build things.
Right.
It's, people take up the cause of the animals, but it's not like, hey, I was going to build something here.
Right.
This rhinoceros wants to build something.
Right.
And he's pissed off. Now we got to go to court with the rhinoceros.
Are they even starting to try to build a city somewhere?
Nothing. That lack of thumbs is a bitch. And you can't hold a hammer.
And we're fast forwarding quickly as man, and squirrels aren't. They're doing the same shit.
Same shit they've always done, dumb squirrels.
They're collecting nuts. They're licking nuts. That's all they do.
All on instinct. They just run on instinct.
Why aren't they developing iPads and fucking smartphones? They're doing nothing.
Really? Where is like a deer standing online waiting to buy the new Deer electronic device?
Thank you.
It ain't happening.
But then people will explain, well, that's because of God and what do they say?
I don't. It is. We have kind of a divine spark in us.
Divine spark and all that.
Yeah, we were touched by God himself, and that's why we rule.
I like to think spacemen.
Spacemen.
Put us here.
Modern man's been around for about 80,000 years. About 80,000 years. Do you know
Not according to Earl.
The reign of the dinosaur, 40 million years.
Wow, really?
Dinosaurs were walking around on the Earth in some capacity for 40 million years.
Okay, and
we've been here 80,000.
So the spacemen put us here 80,000 years ago to fuck everything up.
But it kind of worked. Like, time-wise, it works because you look and go, man couldn't have survived before that, really.
Right.
And with evolution, if you look at evolution, it really does make sense.
Yeah.
Things evolve. They just fucking take their surroundings and realize what you need to adapt. And if you don't, you're extinct. If you do, you evolve.
Right.
But religious people, they hear evolution. They put their hands over their ears, their eyes, and their mouth. That's it.
But why can't God be part of the whole evolution thing in some weird way?
Because evolution dictates that we were made from primates. And that's crazy. Now, you could argue the point, if you're religious, that you don't have to take the Bible as God's word completely with that whole, because they say the earth was made in a week. Give them a week, they'll make a world.
I want to know, as far as the Bible goes, what they left out of there.
Oh,
because I'm sure they had a nice
editing.
They had an editor.
You think they had somebody there that was just scratching stuff off? It kind of gets a little wordy here.
Yes.
Let's take this
out.
I
know about that stuff.
We got to punch up this story.
One person decided, or somebody decided, we got to edit this book down a little bit. Well, I want to know what they left out and if that matters in our day-to-day existence.
And before God made the earth, why would there be days that were 24 hours long?
Of course not.
Because the Earth is spinning. When the Earth makes one rotation, it's a day.
Yeah.
So before he made it, it's like on the first day. It's like, well, how do you do that when there isn't a day yet?
I'm thinking the first day could be thousands of years.
It could be. God's day is probably a long day.
There are some really serious plot holes in the Bible.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too, Dan. Some serious plot holes.
Well, that's because they had a bad editor.
Yeah. Took out some very important parts of the movie.
They should have got Judith Regan.
It's like when you watch a movie on regular TV and they cut a bunch of stuff out and you're like, this sucks.
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense now.
Oh my God.
But things like this will happen, tsunamis and earthquakes. I mean, they've been happening. They showed how the Himalayas are made and Everest. Two continental plates
have to crash
just
together,
smashing into each other.
But they're not smashing into each other.
But they're not. It's a slow, but they are in like Earth time and size and scope.
Right.
That is considered a smashing into each other.
Right.
But it's like they hit, and then over millennia, they just and then mountains
and then
grow.
push upwards.
One plate goes under the other, and the other one goes above it and pushes up Mount fucking Everest.
But it's not smashing like we know smashing.
No, but it's in a universe type time scheme. It's smashing. Yeah. It's smashing. Yeah, it's just we were so self-centered on our own time frame and our own self-importance.
You're right.
That we think everything revolves around a 24-hour day and how long we've been on Earth and stuff. We are the most insignificant pieces of shit that have ever been on this planet. I love how we think, oh, we're affecting it. Global warming, this, that. Fuck you. Do you know what happened? Like I said, dinosaurs, 40 million fucking years, and then just gone in the blink of an eye, and then other things pop up. Same thing that would happen to us.
We're not that special.
We are so not special. We stink.
I think about my own life, and I think, wow, what's special about this?
Nothing.
And we all have lives where we do just mundane stuff day after day. What makes us special?
It's like, oh, great, we'll be on the internet for quite a while, even after we're gone. We're talking about, with our careers and things we've done and the news we've been. Yeah, and what happens when there's no internet and everything's gone and every trace of humanity has been wiped from the planet? That'll happen someday.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll happen. Every fucking thing that's been on this planet has been eliminated.
Yeah, but life will be somewhere else.
Yeah, well, who knows, but
I don't understand the people that really don't think there's life out there.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I mean, you just look at the numbers. It has to be.
It's infinite. So, there's got to be.
It has to be. When we were growing up and they told us that there's like one little solar system and then there's like, 3 planets or something when we were growing up. I don't know.
We think there's other planets out there.
But that's crazy talk. Remember? They would be like, oh, come on now.
It's like planets. Well, of course there's planets. Well, and now it's like, oh, there are planets that pretty much look like they can support some kind of life.
Yeah. In our lifetime, I mean, what we've learned about space is just mind-boggling.
Space.
Right?
Yes.
You weren't getting
amazing
pictures of all these distant planets and
stuff.
stuff.
No, they were blurry blobs that they said, look, Jupiter, I think there's a spot on it. And now you can see like fucking
faces
right into it. Right. There's people waving.
Right.
There's like fucking Jupiter people waving back, and you could see them.
Let's go to Howlin. How do you say your name there in Ohio?
Kayla. I called before. I just want to call and say...
dumb name.
Not so much Anthony. Sorry, man.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Not so much Anthony, but Opie. After Kaku yesterday, you're like the biggest radio douche in the world. You could do more. I thought you were kidding about the tsunami, man. I thought you were joking.
Oh, shit.
Oh, really?
No, we don't pull that stuff anymore.
Yeah, we can't really pull that stuff anymore, unfortunately. I used to love pulling that old gag, but we can't do it.
I thought you did it again. And Anthony, I am special. My mom told me so. So I will be out here forever. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, brother.
All right, you self-important ass.
All right,
sir. There he goes, Mr. Important.
Yeah, let me go to Bill in Ohio.
Hello, Bill.
Bill.
Good morning, gentlemen.
We're officially doing Pod Talk, yes. We'd like to do this from time to time. Go ahead, Bill.
Okay, I want to say I'm not a Bible thumper, but Opie, you are correct. If you believe the Bible and the story of Genesis, God created man in his image and placed upon the earth. So if you believe, that aliens put humans on the earth, and according to the Bible, you're correct.
God is an alien, then?
I'm not even really joking. I really think we were put here from somewhere else because we're a bunch of humans are a bunch of uptight douchebags in general. But if you spend any time in nature, everyone just kind of gets along. Sure, you got the predators and all that crap going on, but but in general, everyone just kind of gets along. There's a harmony that happens in
balance.
nature. And then you look at humans, and we're all like 1 second away from killing each other over the dumbest shit.
They're all here to do our bidding, all those animals.
When nature kills, it's for a real reason to survive. We'll just kill because you were an asshole on the line at Starbucks.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. And there is, again, you're right again, Opie, there is a huge drop-off just even between humans and our supposed closest relatives.
That has always creeped me out, because let's say there is a God and all that, and all right, the divine spark and stuff, but he decided the animals don't need any of this divine spark.
No divine
shit?
spark.
Why not?
Or thumbs.
How do they explain that?
Well, I don't know, but you're kind of making it sound like humans were dropped here like we are now, just blunk. But if you look at evolution,
yeah, but
we were kind of very animalistic and lived in kind of,
why did we
balance with the rest of the world, but we evolved to the point we are now.
Why isn't anything else really evolving at the rate we are? That's what
I know.
That's what drives me nuts.
Our bigger brains, we had larger brains for our body size than any other animal on the planet.
All right.
The way we're set up with the opposable thumb, we're able to build things. The necessity, we're using our brains to build things out of necessity. There were people that lived in colder climates and needed to build some kind of shelter. So they figured it out, and then that led to the next step and the next step, and then you just kind of start figuring things out and evolving.
Fair enough.
Thusly.
But why not? All right, then we'll slow down their progress.
All right.
Why hasn't a porcupine figured out the wheel yet, at least?
Yeah.
Or starting its own little fire. All right, we'll slow down. I'm not talking about fucking iPad technology.
I think because they're retarded. like their brain size for the size of their body, the percentage of brain size to the body size is really bad.
Really? They're retarded?
A porcupine's got a little head and its little dumb brain, a giant big fat body.
Then how is it that birds can fly to Florida to the exact same spot and come right back to the exact same spot in New York?
There's that instinct part of a brain.
So why can't they figure more shit out with that?
I don't know, because they got a bird brain. A little bird brain. They don't know shit.
Their capacity is not like humans.
And you look at chimpanzees and gorillas and the great apes, as they call them. Their brains are smaller percentage-wise than humans. So they kind of walk around a little retarded. But they figure enough shit out to, you could tell that, there's something going on there.
Well,
not that divine spark thing, but there's something going on. They could use simple tools. They communicate.
Fair enough. I do hear what you're saying. So there's people out there that have studied, let's say, the apes for the last 200 years. There's material that they could go through.
Yeah.
Okay? Have they seen any improvement in the apes and them doing anything different in the last 200 years? Because you look at our 200 years, it's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah, but our intelligence hasn't gone up in 200 years, but our knowledge has gone up.
But has theirs, even if it's minuscule? Is there a study on that?
Good question. I have no idea.
Because I'm sure they've been studying certain species for a very long time, and they got documentation. So has anything changed? Even
that's
even
like an offshoot. See, we're an offshoot of the primates from many, many years ago, and I guess they're offshoot.
So they're just set in their ways forever?
That's pretty much it.
They're going to be set in their ways forever.
See, even when we had here's the deal. Even when we had the same brain size as we do now, but in Cro-Magnon era. When we weren't building things, we weren't making things out of steel at the time, but our brains had the same capacity that they do right now. But it just took us so much time to figure shit out because we had to encounter problems and solve them. I think they're as far as they can go with whatever they have. We always had the potential, but we didn't have the knowledge yet. And I don't think we're done figuring shit out and using our brain powers to get more intelligence, more knowledge.
It doesn't make sense that they're just done.
They're done.
All these other animals, they're done developing.
They're done. I think they're completely done with their brain power.
Wouldn't you think it would be infinite?
No. I think there is a limit on what any animal's brain can do, even ours. I think there is. I think there is.
Fascinating.
We'll probably hit a wall at some point, and then, some other thing will look at us and go, look, it's retarded. It can't do anything else.
Right.
It's gone as far as it can go.
I mean, with everyone just preoccupied with their smartphones, you'd think another animal would take over the world.
You think at least they'd have a rotary phone.
Something.
Right? You think the chimps would have a rotary phone by now.
Something.
At least they would have tied two things together with a string or
right,
something.
anything.
Anything. That's all I'm asking.
Being able to communicate with each other with different things than just, How about smoke signals how about make fire? Anything.
You want a creepy tweet?
Yeah.
Mongo the trucker.
Uh-huh.
Ope, the moon is escaping Earth's orbit at 6 inches a year.
Oh, yeah.
Without the moon, the Earth will be dead in 1 million years or so.
Oh, well. Ain't that a bitch?
But I don't
won't be.
I don't worry about that shit as far as humans go, because I'm thinking if we survive 1 million years and this Earth is like gonna get uninhabitable,
yeah,
we'll be somewhere else by then.
Yeah, probably.
We'll go destroy another planet, because that's all is going on. That's why we were put here, because we destroyed the planet we were on before that.
There's no way of traveling to another planet within the any foreseeable future of what we have.
But fast forward another couple hundred years, we'll be
hundred years.
We'll be further out there.
I don't even think so.
I think so.
It's like, do you know how far away the next star is? Well, it's like you can't even. And any planet in our solar system is uninhabitable. We can't go to any of those planets.
You sure?
Yeah. Where are we gonna go?
What if we warm them up?
Yeah.
Ourselves.
Really?
Why not? Start by kind of just...
We need Weyland Yutani to build some fucking...
we just orbit.
Some shake and bake colonies.
We just keep orbiting.
Shake and bake planet.
And then slowly but surely warm up the planet somehow.
Yeah.
Which one should we go to?
Yeah, what planet would be good? Mars is dead. See, I think Mars is dead and Venus isn't cooked yet. That's what I think.
And anything else has too much mass, and we would just be crushed.
Gravity would fuck you up severe.
Do you think it's possible that we're just skipping from one planet to the next?
That's what I'm thinking. Like Mercury maybe used to be like the cool planet, and now it's just a burnt up Hulk.
Why not? If they were more advanced than us and like, all right, it's time to leave this fucking thing. But we're going to have to start over.
But then, yeah.
Because you have to start over if you skip to another planet. And that's the problem with what's going on with us.
But Venus is closer to
just imagine eventually
the sun.
We have to jump to the next planet.
Maybe it's pulling back because Venus is closer to the sun than Earth or Mars. So maybe the sun's going to contract and make Venus inhabitable.
Maybe we're just skipping from planet to planet every whatever million years.
Oh no,
I don't fucking know.
We have such a lack of even the capacity to discuss this shit. Even people like Michio Kaku, it's all theoretical shit. We'll never figure this shit out.
You don't think?
No, it's too infinite. It's too big for us. We can't wrap our fucking minds around it.
I don't know.
It's like Charlie Sheen. I think we can't wrap our minds around it.
I think that brilliant guy that was in about technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, made some great points in his documentary.
Yeah, but
it was a snooze fest, but in between naps, man, there were some good things in his documentary about technology and where we're going and how it's going to start improving really quickly.
Yeah, but it still doesn't answer that where we came from, where we're going kind of a thing. There's no real solid answers to as people. Our technology is one thing. We're great. Look, I love the iPhone. I'm going to pick up the iPad. I love all that shit. And as they get better, are they going to introduce it into us physiologically? You know, all that shit. But where are we going, really? What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because our lives aren't really that important.
No.
What would make our lives important?
If we really knew what the fuck we were doing. Not this theoretical fucking lottery. It's like fucking a crapshoot. All right. Are you willing to sacrifice a lot of fun right now for eternal happiness in the afterlife? Come on, people. What door are you choosing? Eternal damnation or right hand to God?
Why does it have to be damnation?
Well, because you're not supposed to have fun now. This is your test.
That's stupid.
If you knew, though, wouldn't you be good?
That's just dumb.
Like, why does it have to be this faith-based bullshit? Tell me, and I'll be a good guy.
And what did I do where I'm tested as soon as I pop out of a pussy? What did I do? What did I do?
What the fuck did I do that I got to be tested?
Now I got to be tested my entire life for what? What did I do before this?
Give me the handbook so I could read it and go, look, God put you on this earth. Here it is. And don't tell me the Bible's the handbook because there's too much mystery.
When you were growing up, everything was cool until you fucked up, maybe blew off a curfew, came home drunk, whatever it was in your fucking family. And then you had some shit to deal with.
But now you're content.
But logically, we have shit to deal with as soon as we're born.
Second you're out.
What the fuck did I do?
If you're not good, you will go to hell. He double hockey stinks.
That's some twisted shit.
And if you are good, then maybe
all this temptation. That's twisted shit right there.
And the thing is, there's no guarantee. So you do this, and you sacrifice what little time you might have to have a good time and enjoy yourself, and maybe take a few liberties. But
I think the easiest thing to do is get that sin out of the way real early in your life, and then you don't have to worry anymore.
And then you get born again?
Nah, then you don't have to worry. You already sinned.
Deathbed confession?
What about guys pushing 50 and they've never sinned? They're fucking chomping at the bit.
They want to sin so bad.
I mean, logically, everyone sins by the time their life is over. So why not get why not get it out of the way early and then enjoy your life?
Get the big one out of the way?
Anyone that
like thou shalt not kill or something
makes it that you're not going to be in heaven.
So you get the whole thing of being ever going to heaven out of the way early,
real early, and then it doesn't eat on your brain.
And it's like, well, if I'm good, maybe you'll never get in. Oh, okay, then I could just hang out.
And now you can relax because you already know.
Fuck out of wedlock.
There's people out there that
shit like that
live their lives and they think they've never sinned to this point in their lives.
Yeah,
they got to be very, very torn. They got to be very bothered.
Religious people, it's just weird.
Yeah,
I don't know. If it works for you, fine. But wow, when you think about it with some sense to it, if you take faith out of the equation, there's nothing that would ever lead you to believe that that's what's going to go on in your life or afterlife. There's no proof of anything.
I know.
So it's all based on faith. So what you're doing, there are a lot of people that make fun of people that go to casinos and gamble and do things like that. You're gambling your entire life on faith. Look, I'm gambling a lot of time that maybe blackjack will come up. That's what I do. I go to the casino and I go, I'm hoping my hand is better than the dealer's. I have faith that my hand will be better, so I'm going to bet this. Oops, I was wrong. I lose some money. If you're wrong in this whole religion thing, you just lost your life.
And you wasted a lot of good times.
You wasted a lot of
that
shit.
you could have had. Patch in Burbank writes, to answer Opie's question, what the fuck did I do? According to the Bible, we're all born with original sin. I know this, because Eve and Adam bit from the fruit of knowledge.
Well, what the fuck is that
wasn't
problem?
my fucking problem.
Exactly.
Take it out on them.
We're not individuals? Then how come I can't piggyback on someone that's been really good? How come they bash us with the sin part of Adam and Eve with their original sin, but I can't just piggyback on some religious zealot that's been really cool? Oh, put me with him, and then I could be a bad boy, but I'll take up his good shit.
Can we get the guy that was on the phone yesterday to build us a time machine so we could go find fucking Adam and punch him in the face for giving us all his guilt?
$5,000 each?
Can't punch a woman, so we'll let Eve, slide on this one.
Me and you, what are we splitting it? $5,000 each?
$5,000 each for the time machine.
He needs $10,000 to go for the time machine
to go find Adam and punch him.
Was it a time machine? I don't even know.
And where are we going with the time machine? Are we going back and saying don't fucking eat that apple?
I say,
where are we going? Where are we going?
Well, if we go back and change shit, we know what happens there. It's going to be an offshoot.
I'll take that chance.
An offshoot. We could end up where Biff Tannen is the head of a big casino hotel.
I'll take that chance. I don't know about you. I got a lot of guilt.
Yeah?
I was a Catholic.
I'm not. I'm not too sure. I want the Biffco in charge of everything.
I'm taking the chance. Let's go find fucking Adam right now.
Why don't we go ahead and see how bad things get? And if they don't get bad for a while, then we'll just hang out.
From right here?
Yeah.
But we still have the guilt because Adam and Eve.
Just go ahead. And if Biff is Jesus, that would suck. You go back and hey, butthead. What are you looking at?
What did Eve do? You think? Was just bothersome.
Eve was she tempted Adam. That temptress
with what her
her
holiest of holes,
an apple with the forbidden fruit. You know what the fuck that was?
Oh, it's not an apple.
Come on with the symbolism.
Oh, it's not about an apple?
I think it was more like a peach, if you know what I mean.
Really?
I think that whole thing. But although they were supposed to be put on this earth to procreate, so the sex thing is kind of... But I think it was dirty sex.
In the hole?
Yeah, I think they were supposed to do something.
Knowledge?
I think they were supposed to do something. They weren't supposed to eat from the tree of knowledge. And I believe that knowledge is carnal knowledge of the most dirty kind. I think he put it in her pooper.
Oh, this has nothing to do with an apple?
I don't think it's an apple at all.
Really?
No.
So if he just had straight sex, no guilt for us.
Yeah, I think that was the deal.
Because he decided I got to taste that.
He's got to. Yeah, he probably went down
There's some tasting that went on.
Like oral sex, probably very frowned upon. So we have to go through this test.
By who? They were
because Adam wanted to go down on Eve.
And where were the rules?
No rules. They were given one rule: do not eat from the tree of knowledge.
So why not?
Because
when you want
I
knowledge,
think that's pussy. I think that's the knowledge of
no, pussy makes
sexual,
you dumb.
It does. Well,
you don't get knowledge eating pussy.
No, you just get a stiff neck and your jaw hurts.
You sound and look like a retard.
And then your jaw hurts, your tongue, the roof of your mouth feels like you were eating Captain Crunch without any milk.
There's certainly no knowledge going on.
Shards of flesh hanging down. Your lips hurt. Chapped lips. Your teeth were pressing against your lips. Oh God, girls, you don't know how how much work that is sucking on your clitoris.
The back of your tongue. Wow, I didn't know there was a muscle back there.
Oh my aching. God. What a workout.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wake up and go, why is my neck? Oh, that's right. I was fucking trying to make you come for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Imagine just, you know how silly you look laying down in bed eating some snatch? Just think of standing up and turning your head like that and walking around all day with your head in that position. You'd be aching.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when you ride a bike.
Yeah?
Yeah. Early in the spring when I get back to riding my bike, I got a really sore neck.
You get a sore neck?
Yeah, because you're looking up.
Oh, because you're hunched over a little bit?
Nah, I don't do the fucking Lance Armstrong. I'm hunched over a little bit.
What do you have, fucking high handlebars and banana seat? Do you have a sissy bar?
If you need to know, I have a hybrid.
A hybrid?
So I don't have to go into the Lance Armstrong gay pose to ride my bike.
So how high are your handlebars?
You still got to bend over.
You got to lean over a little bit.
Not as much as the Lance Armstrong guys.
But you're not like hunched over, like a jockey.
No, and I don't wear speed helmets or any of that shit.
You wear the pants?
No.
The bicycling pants?
I wear my sweaty fucking sweatpants.
So you could get off and stretch and have your cock bulge there in front of people in the park?
I never understood that.
Like, what are you doing?
You're so right. Exactly. What are you doing? That has to be for other guys.
Cock bulge.
There's no way to look at that.
Nah.
I don't think girls get into that.
I don't think they're
looking at tight cock bulges.
Really? Do they? Because we look at camel toe and fucking we're amazed and love it.
I would imagine it's more for other guys. It has to be.
Like gay guys?
Has to be.
So every guy that wears that cycling pants,
because I've seen girls laugh and giggle like, look at that asshole. There you go.
Travis is pulling up some stuff from his personal photo collection. You queer.
I don't know.
Oh,
Animals
man.
haven't evolved because we didn't let them.
Man!
So what? They were getting some things done, and we would just break it in front of them and say, "Don't do that."
Yeah, stop building that, you.
So then, why do we, when we go deep in the jungle, we don't see some real good shit going on because humans aren't touching those animals?
Exactly. And how come nothing happened in sub-Saharan Africa? How come nothing there's no? See, there's an example of people that haven't done anything as far as technology goes.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, that's not real.
It is.
Is that chopped?
No, it's real.
There's 5 guys.
That's a famous photo.
5 bicyclists
in their red Lance Armstrong outfits, and they all got cock bulges.
And all their cocks are pointing in different directions. Some go off to the right, some the left.
That guy is.
Come on.
I got to tweet that picture. Is that a legal picture for Twitter?
Oh, yeah, that would be legal. They're
keep that up there. I'm going to tweet that.
It looks like their pants are painted.
There's no need for that. Why do you have to dress like that to ride a bike?
Wear a cup. Or a jock. Or a jock strap.
Let me go to Ray in Westchester.
You doesn't have to call him Ray.
What's up, Ray?
Good morning, boys. No, it's a woman.
Oh.
I was calling because I think that we were put here by aliens because we're the only species that needs clothes.
Yeah, why? There you go.
We don't appear to be native to this planet.
Ant made a very good point with the technology and this and that, but okay, why isn't another animal going, you know what, I'd be a little warm in the winter with a pair of pants.
With some clothes.
Why not?
Well, they have all that hair. Okay. We were hairier back in the day, right?
Hi, can I get an oatmeal, please?
No.
No, you
can't.
You get
This isn't some kind of a drive-through. It's a radio show, Missy.
Anyway, Danny Gallagher, get back to work. I have to go to work now, boys.
You're
All
making
right.
this into a personal phone call.
Enjoy your oatmeal.
Thank you.
Can I have an oatmeal?
Don't put sugar on it. Might as well eat Captain Crunch at that point.
See, I think we set off as humans. We set off into all the four corners of the globe. Some climates very cold, some very warm. So I don't think a natural coat on us was suitable. So I think early on, wherever we originally came from as humans, we were a little hairier. But then we kind of outgrew that because we knew how to, and we're resourceful.
We started moving indoors, right?
Enough to, start using clothing
Fire
and
everything else to
animal
keep us
pelts
warm.
and things in cold climates, and then stripping down in the warmer climates and not needing hair because it's kind of fucking warm.
Would you have gone down on a cave woman?
Am I a caveman at the time, or is it now? And I've been in a time machine. I've gone back to caveman times, and I'm having sex with a cave woman.
Well, obviously you wouldn't if you're you.
Let's go a little deeper in this. How long have I been there?
Where?
In caveman time. My time machine broke, right? I'm stuck there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Now
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
Do I have a razor? I shave some of that there. Imagine how bad a cave woman's pussy must have smelled.
You ever been with an Indian woman?
No, I can't say
Travis?
I have been.
You have, right?
I can't say I have been. That's got to be pretty bad.
That's a rough sell. That's a rough sell
it?
right there. Oh.
Let me think. I would definitely have sex with a cave woman
Oh, yeah.
because, you got to get the poison out. Mm-hmm. I wonder how long you'd hold out before it's just like...
Who was the first?
Because she'd be all retarded. She'd be... She wouldn't know what you're doing because you're like not fucking her doggy style or from behind. So she'd freak out. You're like, come on, flip over. I want to fiddle those fucking flat tits around.
I tend to think they were all licking each other in caveman times.
Doing the dog kind of...
Oh, yeah. And then something happened where we went many years without the licking, and then it made a huge comeback. Somewhere around the dark ages.
The licking wasn't for pleasure. It was kind of like, let me see if she's in heat kind of a thing.
Yeah.
See if she's ovulating. They could taste ovulation like a fine wine. And then they'd shove it in and have a kid every single fucking time.
Oh, Joe DeRosa's here?
This planet.
He does religious material.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big fan of talking about religion.
Oh, yeah. And then it got to the point, I guess, where... where the for pleasure, the licking for pleasure.
Yeah, when did that start?
Started. I would think sometime in the 1400s.
Can we look at what people look like in the 1400s, please?
That was time of like the plague and shit. 1400s.
Oh, that was some smelly shit.
That's got to be bad.
It has to be after the big plague.
But they were big on perfumes back then and oils.
Why do you think?
To keep the stink off.
Why do you think?
They didn't wash very often back then.
To make it bearable.
Like now, if you don't shower for a couple of days, you're just like, oh, God, I stink. I'm terrible. Back then, like, they didn't bathe for months.
And they didn't invent toilet paper yet either.
No, what they wipe with?
A lot of cranky asses.
And that's where On the Rag came from, I think, because they actually
used
just
rags?
used kind of a rag. I would imagine. Boy, they looked silly back then. They all looked like the same chick, like Mona Lisa. They all had that face. It's like back in the 20s, every woman looked like Miss Crabtree from The Little Rascals.
They look Harry Potter-ish from that movie.
Oh, yeah, look.
A little bit.
They all look like their teachers from... That looks like E-Rock. Doesn't that look like E-Rock?
That's Victorian E-Rock. The Victorian period. This guy's really mad at us. Sir, this is just entertainment. But go ahead.
We're talking in an open and public forum about our ideology and other people's ideology. Why are you mad?
I am mad because, one, I'm a Christian. I'm listening to you guys. You guys are the best. But I got to say,
All right.
think about this just a little bit.
All right.
If we came from another planet, why are we so stupid in the beginning to evolve all the way up to a BlackBerry and an iPhone right now?
Well, we could have been put here in a primitive state to then be able to adapt to the planet. Because if we were fucking like we are now, we'd be dropped off and go, holy shit, aliens just dropped us here.
Australia.
Would we really?
My answer is Australia. Australia. They didn't think much of Australia.
Yeah.
So they put convicts there.
Yeah.
Said, you guys, let's just put the convicts there, and whatever happens. We don't really care. So maybe the people that put us on Earth actually were there, where we're from originally, is a pretty fucking awesome place. But they were smart enough to realize, oh fuck, our time is going to be up soon. So let's just put a bunch of people on this new planet and hope they evolve that for us,
sir.
If it was such an awesome planet, then why was it dying in the first place if they had to go and find another planet?
We don't know what we're not we're not speculating as to why we were put here, if we were indeed put here by some type of alien being. What I'm saying is
maybe the planet that we did come from isn't even dying, but maybe it's overpopulated, or maybe they just threw us over here as an experiment.
Or it's an experiment or anything.
It could just be a dumb experiment, this Earth.
It could be a multitude of reasons, but here's my point that you're making. Why would they put us here so primitive? Because it's like a growing process. You can't put intelligent beings and transplant them somewhere. We would have had to have been put here at a point in our evolution where we couldn't remember being put here in pre-recorded history, and that way we can grow with the planet and not remember that we were dropped off by aliens and freaking out that we were dropped off by aliens. Get it?
Hey, I like that.
In other words, everybody on the planet is nothing more than a chimpanzee caught in a cage for a science experiment from somebody else from another planet.
It's an option. It's a viable, just as viable as any other option.
I love how he's outraged by that, but yeah, that could be a possibility.
You don't know?
Hate to tell you, but look at your own life. I say it all the time. Our lives aren't that special in the end. What's special about your life? You have to go to work. Look, there's people stuck in traffic right now, day after day after day, go to a job they hate. What makes their life so special?
Yeah.
And then you have kids, and that helps a little bit. But then they got the same destiny as you.
Right.
If you look at it in my point, like I said, I'm a Christian from the beginning. It's a lot more than just running the rat race every day. We were put on this earth for one reason and one reason only, and Adam screwed that up when he took the atom.
How did he screw it up? If God made Adam and God's infallible, how did he make something that was busted like Adam?
And yeah, why is God such a sick person that he gave all that temptation to a guy
free will
when it all was just starting? He could have
free will.
Why though? Why would you do that?
Why give us free will then?
He didn't give it to him. What he did was he made him in God's image in the beginning.
Right, the scientist did. Let's really piss him off. The scientist who you call God, yes.
Yeah, we were made in the scientist's image.
Right, the scientist put those guys down and said, you know what, to make this really fun for this experiment we're going to try with this thing that we'll eventually call Earth.
Yeah.
Let's really tempt the shit out of them.
And then
I want to hear your why we're here for one reason and one reason only. Go.
Sorry.
Okay, Anthony, you were right in the beginning by saying, yes, there were two trees. There's the tree of knowledge and there's the tree of life.
Right.
We ate from the tree of knowledge. God banished us from the garden so we wouldn't eat from the tree of life and live forever. Now, we were put here on this planet for one reason only, and that is to worship God. And that was the only reason we were originally put on this planet.
By the scientist.
Now,
we were supposed to have everything handed to us. We were not supposed to live the way we are right now. We were supposed to live in a very relaxing, stressful-free environment.
I do.
So how about...
It's called the compound.
How about
great? There's
God
beer there.
just fucking turns the whole thing
Yeah,
around.
lighten up, God. Can God ever change his mind and just go, oh, you know what? I had you here. I did this. Here were the rules. But you know what? You guys screwed up a little bit. Fuck it. Have fun.
You know what? That's not a good idea after all I've decided as God.
He works in such mysterious ways.
I don't want people to worry about their death anymore. And that scary place.
Egomaniac, too.
Huh?
What an egomaniac God is. You're here to worship me.
And death did not come in until Adam took the apple.
Right.
Once Adam took the apple, that's when death entered our life.
So now...
We had to live forever up until that point.
Why do we have to pay the consequences for two people?
Yeah. What did we do?
Because when we ate from the apple...
We didn't do it.
I didn't do shit.
It's like paying reparations for slavery. I'm not for that because we didn't do that either. Come on. Why do we have to pay for their fucking mistake?
Because when he ate from the apple, sin entered the world. It didn't enter man, it entered the world. Everything changed at that moment. Up until that point, there was no killing. Lions didn't eat meat. Meat eaters didn't eat meat. There was no such thing as meat eaters.
Why did God put a tree there that we weren't supposed to eat from?
Yeah, that's kind of sick if you think about it.
It's a sick joke, isn't it?
That's a really sick joke.
Why would he do that?
Because at that point, there was no reason to do it.
No reason.
None. Nothing started yet.
If he wanted us to worship him, why would he put the tree there that we might screw up and make this awful world?
I will give you that one. I don't know the answer to that.
All right. Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, let me write your words up here for everyone to see. I don't know. Has anyone seen Jesus? Is he on campus?
I think God might be a little sick. He might need a little therapy.
Yeah.
Because, he goes, and then he decides, you know what? I'm going to just throw in every human's brain this thing where they wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh, my God, someday I'm going to be dead.
Yeah. It's not a nice thing to live with there, friend.
Right.
Thanks, God.
And you're not even awake enough to try to, get your head together and wrap around. It'll be okay. Yeah. You just wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. Oh, God, someday this just ends in this darkness.
Is the tree of life like fucking... Is the tree of life like broccoli and the tree of knowledge was like fucking pizza?
I have no idea. No, because
you don't know nothing.
Knowledge was an apple. I don't know what the tree of life was. It does not state.
Tree of life must have been fucking literally feces hanging from the tree. If this whole thing was screwed up by fucking produce, we're screwed up by produce.
And you know what? There's a possibility that could be, because in the Bible it doesn't say anything about how you're supposed to get rid of your feces. It says everything else in life, but how to get rid of feces.
Well, the book editor decided, you know what? People don't want to read about shit.
People might be offended.
So we got to take that chapter out. Where are the other chapters?
So, dude, you live your life worshiping God because that's what you do. Do you think... At any time, do you have any shakiness in your faith that you might be wasting the little time you do have on this plane of existence for perhaps nothing after this?
Every day. It's not just a one-day thing. It's an everyday thing.
It's a lot of stress.
Yeah, it really is.
Making this phone call, it was the same thing.
Really? Wow.
Have you sinned yet?
Oh, I sin every day.
All right.
It's not even a question. The Bible says every man sins.
All right,
the only reason Jesus was put on the earth was to take away that sin.
Hey, I need.
Oh, wait. So if he took it away, then why do we still got to go through all this garbage? If we have the original sin, right? And then Jesus came and took our sins away, shouldn't we be wiped the slate clean and now we're all good again?
That's the difference between a Christian and a non-Christian.
What?
When we stand before God in the final judgment, our slates are wiped clean from Jesus. Everything that we've done in our life, Jesus takes and says, I bear the burden for that.
But that's as long as we play the game, right?
There is no game.
No. But if you're a sinner, if you sin, right?
So
you don't accept Jesus in your life and you die, you're not getting your sins wiped clean. You're going to Hades. Some people call it hell. I call it Hades. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Stop. Because now I'm going to add to this.
Okay.
You hear about these people. They're on their deathbed. They need a priest. And they accept Jesus in their life just before that machine goes.
Right.
They're saved for eternity. Right, sir?
If they accept Jesus the way that it's supposed to be. Now,
okay, hold on. Now, the second part of this. What if the priest is stuck in traffic?
Oh, boy.
Does God allow that?
God's will.
Because you're on your deathbed going, all right, I need to get Jesus in my life immediately. Where's the priest? Well, he's stuck in traffic.
Now, let me add on to top of that. You do not need a priest to accept Jesus.
Then why is he walking around the fucking hospitals, that creep?
Can you just say, like, you're on your deathbed, could you just say, like, oh, I accept Jesus in my life, and then you're fine?
As long as you mean it with 100% of your heart.
Oh, my God, but you're going to start thinking to yourself, like, oh, man, I'm going to say it.
Right.
And I do mean it because I know the end is right here,
right.
But there's like a little doubt.
You're gonna remember. Yeah. You're gonna remember someone's ass and go, "Man, I know that was wrong, but God, that was a hell of an ass." I mean, wait, I can't think that way. I'm dying.
I was tonsil deep in a chick's asshole, and wait a minute,
right?
Wait a minute. Give me a second chance. It's so hard to keep those thoughts out of your head when you're trying to be good. Whenever I'm in church for a wedding or even a funeral and shit like that, you're sitting in church and I just start having horrid thoughts, and I can't look at my friends because we start laughing. You ever get the urge to just start cracking up at a funeral? It's horrible. You're sitting in the church and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to start laughing.
I got one more instant feedback that explains everything for everybody. It wraps up this hour.
Oh.
This is the answer, Opie. Our ancestors' planet was dying.
Your planet, it's dying.
Something we were thinking about, right?
Yeah.
But we hadn't figured out interstellar travel yet.
Right.
So they sent their DNA to this planet, knowing it's strong enough to take hold.
Oh, that's a good one. So the DNA goes out.
They're like, look, we're smart enough. We know the DNA will survive in this climate, which will eventually be called Earth.
So something will merge with that DNA. Cells will start dividing. Things are happening. And then it evolves into the creature that was on that original planet.
I fucking love that. That rules.
See, because the planet... Krypton.
Because we're probing right now. We're throwing probes into planets.
The Krypton sun destroyed the planet. And they sent DNA, or Superman, also known as Superman, to our planet.
Yeah. Look,
wow.
Man, to everyone, to the religious people, believe what you have to. I don't know what I believe.
Whatever gets you through your day.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know what I believe.
Let me tell you something there. What's this guy's name? Is he still on?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you something. It sounds to me like your life is very stressful just with this whole fucking ideology you have. Never mind having to work and raise a family or fucking whatever you got to do. It seems like just being is very difficult for you.
Quite the opposite. I am a very calm, very low person.
Oh, I don't mean not calm or anything. You can be calm or anything, but the mental stress of trying to be worthy of your God seems very stressful.
It's not stressful because I don't worry about being faithful, or not faithful, but idealistic to my God. I know that I can't do it. That's why Jesus came.
So you know Jesus will take the burden off of you, so you could just do what you want, and then you go to confession and everything's fine?
Well, you can't just go to confession and do whatever you want, because...
No, let's take the big ones off the table. Let's take murder off the table. Let's take even adultery. You could confess to that, and you'll be fine. Murder, I think, is an autopilot to hell. Tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how that is in the same fucking rule book as honor thy mother and father.
You got a lot of guys in jail that have that Bible, though, Ant.
Hey, dude, what about that?
And they did horrific things.
Yeah, I know, but that's just them thinking that they're going to go to heaven. They're still going to hell for murder.
You think?
Yeah. Hey, how come that's in the same rule book, the Ten Commandments? How come murder is in the same rule book as yelling at your mom because she fucking pissed you off?
Well, do you think it's right either way? Is it right either way to do either one?
Is it right? No, it's not either way, but I'll tell you what, yelling at your mom because she wouldn't give you the car and murdering somebody, there's a pretty big drop-off there, you know? And to put it in the same rule book...
It's not the fact of yelling at your mom because she didn't give you your car that he's saying. He's saying respect your parents. In other words, respect the fact that they said no to the car because for whatever reason they have...
Look, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying you could smash your mom in the face with your fist. It still ain't as bad as murder. But it's on the same tablet?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
See, I can't buy that.
How is unmarried sex on the same tablet?
I know, exactly. Can't you plea it down? Can you plea it down with God? Does he take a plea deal? Can I have my attorney contact him and go, look, it was only a little disrespect of thy mother and father. It ain't like it was murder.
I'm sure God's lawyers got involved, too.
All right, look, we know it was adultery. We're going to plea it down to coveting. We're going to plea it down to coveting.
We have the same lawyers as God, by the way.
Yeah.
No insertion policy.
You want to know the real screwed up issues with the way that God thinks? I will tell you. Being a Christian, I
Will you shut up? I don't care.
I love this guy. What, being a Christian, what?
What happens?
If God looks at it as if, Anthony, you're driving down the road and screaming out the window at somebody telling them they should die, God sees that as murder.
That's just as bad as murder?
That's just as bad.
So in the scheme of things, I might as well have killed the person?
You might as well have.
What? That's crazy.
That's crazy talk.
That's like Minority Report.
That's the same.
And that's usually who I'm screaming out the window at, by the way.
Sir, are you...
Just a little tidbit.
Are you sinning right now by listening to our show?
Oh, very good.
Thank you, Ed.
Yes, I am actually driving down the road. I'm a truck driver.
Oh. What are you delivering? Some awful things people are going to sin with?
No, I got
a truck filled with dildos.
You're a harbinger of death and destruction and sin, my friend.
That's right.
What are you bringing?
What are you hauling right now?
Which horse are you, Pestilence?
Watch this. You tell us what you're hauling right now, and we'll show you how it's.
I could twist this into a sin.
Yes, absolutely.
Go ahead. What do you got? What are you hauling?
You're going to love it. I got chicken carcasses going to a pet feed.
Pet feed?
Chicken carcasses going to...
Wait a minute. So you're making dog food out of it or something?
Yeah, it's all...
Oh, yeah, fuck the animals. Even God said that.
Yeah, God.
Fuck the animals.
He said, fucketh thine animals,
right?
For they do not have the sparketh of thine God.
The animals wake up in the middle of the night going, oh my God, someday I'm going to be dead and there's going to be nothingness. And guess what? It's real. Because God never cared about them.
Do you think they do? They don't think that.
Really?
Yeah, ignorance is bliss with the animal.
You ever kick a dog?
In the liver after he eats my fucking dinner that I was watching the basketball game to? No.
You'll see their soul.
You see the soul in their eyes. You know that there's something in there. It's not just complete stupidity when you kick a dog. Anytime that Sarah McLachlan song commercial comes on, you kind of wonder what's going on in that little pea brain on that kitten.
You do see sadness in their eyes, right?
Oh, when their eyes aren't crusted shut, yeah.
They know. They know there's nothingness afterwards.
Yeah.
If God could just take that thought out of my head, my life would be a cakewalk.
Really?
Yes. Waking up in the middle of the night going, oh, my God.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's why you just got to live for the moment, as they say. Right?
Yeah. I think Oasis said it better.
How?
When they sang the song Live Forever. And I know you love Oasis.
Oasis whined it better. They fucking had it better.
Well, and I think they talk about God and champagne supernova in the sky.
Oh, it's a champagne supernova, which is God. Is that a God?
I don't know. It might be a galaxy or something. We're babbling. Religious guy, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
God bless you.
And look, man. Crazy thoughts today, I understand. Pot talk today, I understand. I'm not making... I don't know what to believe, and if you believe in religion, that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
That's fine.
Whatever.
I'm not trying to knock you down.
No,
it's thoughts.
It's an open discussion.
Somebody, they couldn't stick around. They said that a church burnt down that had a lot of really important shit way back in the day, and they lost all that info. Lost all the rules, the rule book? So they kind of cleaned up the debris of the church and went, all right, let's not tell anyone about this fire that had a lot of stuff we kind of needed.
Let's just fill in the blanks.
My dad used to talk about that too. He said that there was all sorts of scriptures and things like that weren't included in the Bible.
Yeah, there's got to be shit that disappeared.
Very interesting stuff that really, there's a lot more to the story.
Think how much shit you lose just over time.
But who wants to read a book that's more than, 250 pages, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If they did it properly, it's probably a book that would fill up this entire room with pages.
Wait for the movie.
Wait for the movie. Which one, though?
I think we're watching it now, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, no kidding. Ooh. All right, Joe DeRosa is going to join us next.
Yes, I like our philosophical and ideological conversations. That was good. Gets your mind fucking going.
I'm a big fan of aliens, so I'm
You're
hoping.
sticking with the aliens?
First of all,
I like that idea, though. That's pretty cool.
I'm not hoping that there's other life forms out there. I know there are. I have no doubt in my mind. I just wonder if we're connected to that somehow here.
We're all connected.
No, I know we're connected, but I mean...
through the telephone.
I wonder if we started somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a cool thought.
Yeah.
Wow, that girl's pretty hot.
Who's that? Oh, what is she? News girl?
I guess. She looks like she's like a traffic girl. She's too,
yeah.
She's too hot to allowed to read news. They save the hot ones for traffic.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah, you're going to distract them too much. So
Right.
If you read news, they're just going to be looking at your tits. And
she's all right, huh?
Yeah, she ain't too shabby.
Right. Let's do this.
So she went to this one kid. There was a kid in my class. He made the same solar system like 19 years in a row, you know? Bunch of styrofoam balls held together with coat hangers. Hey, you're breaking some new ground there, Copernicus. He's going, the big yellow one's the sun. The yellow one is the sun. Okay, all right, what are these other planets? The big yellow one is the sun. All right, calm down. The one, all right!
Robin,